Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another DJ Chit Chat. I am Basil Barrington. Today, this is the first time I'm going to have someone on a DJ Chit Chat. I have my man DJ Keo in the house with me. We're going to talk about the acquisition of native instruments by inMusic brands. What do you think about that?
Right
Huh?
there.
Tractor
Traktor, there you
did that.
go, right
Yo, dude, that's the old like DVS vinyl,
there. Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
a real original choice.
But it still works because I have the same thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, dude, check
Mhm.
this out. So we now know that inMusic brands, this is the company, this is the I guess the music production DJ tech company that owns a lot of brands, Akai, DJ, Denon
They
DJ.
own everything,
They
man.
own everything, right? They
Yeah.
acquired all of Native Instruments. Now, if you go on YouTube,
Mhm.
you know, obviously Mojack says something about it. Phil from Digital DJ
Everybody
Tips.
has one of those videos where they make the face like, "Oh my
Right,
gosh!" Like it's
exactly. You know,
with
the
the
AI. I would never,
I'll
I would
roll my
never like
eyes
be on a
so
thumbnail
hard,
like
man.
that. That's so corny, right?
Dude,
But
Mojack's made one. I was so annoyed when I saw it. Like, come on,
mhm,
bro, we're better than this.
right, you know, I never do that, dude. I'm too old for that, right? But if you look at 90 to 95% of the videos that are on YouTube, they're speaking about the music production part
Mm.
of this acquisition. We're
What's
DJs, we're
the more
DJ
valuable
producers.
part?
Yeah.
That's the more valuable part is
Right,
the
exactly.
music
Yeah,
production.
exactly. You know, but
All the equity is.
I don't really care about that. I don't use like Traktor music. I don't use Native Instruments music production stuff like I used to. I stop it. You know, I stopped
Yeah,
doing that. But as much trash I talk about Traktor, I
yeah.
still think that's like for me the number one DJ software for me. Even though I talk
So
mad trash about it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Say, man. I have like 15, 20 videos crapping on Traktor.
Yeah.
I love Traktor. I used it
Yeah.
this morning.
I,
I
I
love
crap
Traktor.
on it, but I really like it. And that's only because, you know, it's just like I want you to do more. So
Mhm.
so we're going to talk about the DJ part about a Tractor because that's really important to us. So
Yeah.
inMusic brands, Denon DJ, Rane, Newmark, Engine
Mhm.
DJ. Now, inMusic brands, they were trying so hard to make Engine DJ work, which is why they were trying to buy Serato.
Yeah, yeah. They tried. And
Yeah.
I think the problem with Denon engine is that it's designed for all-in-ones first, rather than they should have made it a DJ software
Yeah.
first
Mhm.
for with the laptop and then created the all-in-one version of it. Like, Pioneer did the all-in-one first. Well, they weren't even doing the all-in-one. They had the thumb drives.
That's
So
it.
you would export your thing to the thumb drive and then
Yep.
put that into your CDJ, and then that's what the thing was designed for. And then they made the record box version of it, and it was an easy transition. But they have not made gear that you could still use your laptop with it, and I think this is the Engine Prime problem. Was it could not make any inroads into the community because most DJs like me, I use a laptop.
Yeah.
And and so there's most people would be like, oh, the Denon Prime thing that looks dope, but nah,
The
I
baby
can't. I don't want to do
joggers.
the thing.
You
I don't
know what
want to
I'm
just use
saying?
their software or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
So you
Exactly.
eliminate. I think the people, the DJs that use a laptop, is like 70% of all the
Yeah.
DJs.
Hmm.
It's like it's a high number. It's real high. I think 70 something percent. So like uh you're missing out on a huge market
Hmm.
for people that can do your thing. Now, here comes Traktor. I think I don't I would merge the DJ with the laptop stuff that Traktor does with the Engine Prime stuff with the all-in-one.
Hmm.
And I think you can make something there. But like the most important thing they have, and we talked about this offline too before, when the thing happened, I said the number one thing they have to do, they have more than anything else, is make this thing compatible with all of your gear,
Yeah.
everything.
Hmm.
It's a simple patch. You either download it from Denon or you download it from Native Instruments. A simple patch that puts in the thing where your faders work, play and stop works, and it's compatible with everything. Because like Traktor technically works with most stuff, but you got to do a patch for it so you can make this thing everything work, right? And that's the
Hmm.
sucky part. No one wants to do that because it's a pain in the ass. You're doing it right now. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So they if inMusic makes as much of their gear compatible with Traktor right out the box, that would change a lot of people's perception about Traktor instantly because it's it's easy to just get a copy of Traktor and just try it out.
Yeah.
And if you
I
try
mean,
it
you can get
out, you're like,
Tractor
"Oh, this is
Play.
good."
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try this out, this is dope. You're like, "Oh, okay. I see what the allure was for Traktor or whatever." But like
Mhm.
that's what they need to do. And the second thing they need to do is release Traktor certified gear. They need a new S4.
Yeah.
They have to do this now.
An updated S8, an updated D2, an
Yes,
updated S4.
yes,
Like
all of that
release
stuff.
the MX4. Let me ask you this here, because I kind of think that when it comes to inMusic brand, like if you really look at Denon DJ, Denon
Mhm.
DJ just isn't doing well. Remember, they came out with a bunch of gear and they were like, we're competing
Blazer
with Pioneer
Rider.
DJ. And the
I
thing
remember that.
about it is, you
Yeah.
cannot you cannot compete with Pioneer DJ. They have it on
Mhm.
lock, right? So let me ask you this here: what will happen to Denon DJ, the hardware stuff, and Engine DJ? What do you think's going to happen?
Okay, I think inMusic has done a good job of this. They've allowed each of the companies that they have to remain independent to some
Mhm.
degree and still use their brands because they could do like Pioneer. Everything is in music.
Yeah.
So in music on a box, in music on a thing,
Mhm.
and just everything is just a blob of everything, right?
Mhm.
But allowing the companies to be separate and still do what they
Work
do in their style
independently, do their
design,
thing. Yep.
work independently do I think that is the best thing for Traktor to remain being Traktor.
Mhm.
And like they just did an update like this morning when I was going to work.
Yeah.
It has my app to go on my phone. I'm like, oh
Mhm.
shit, so
Yeah.
this is a new thing. So like it's there. Like if as long as Traktor can remain Traktor and Denon can remain Denon, I think that this thing could work. Like realistically, Traktor just need a little bit more money. They didn't have the
That's
budget.
it. That's all they need. I don't think
Mhm.
honestly speaking, I don't think Denon DJ is gonna like last. You know, Denon, the hi-fi company still exists. I think Harman Cole, they
Yeah,
own
it's
it or
separate.
something
It's
like that, right?
continuing.
And that's
Yeah.
not the part that inMusic brand owns. And inMusic
Mhm.
brand does a really good job at saying, "Hey, I'm going to acquire this company, but just you're still going to do your thing
Yeah,
independently, right?"
let them do their thing.
Right?
I agree, like, Denon may have some trouble maintaining the thing,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I maybe people from Tractor side could go down to Denon and help them out on their
No,
side.
nope.
You don't
I
think
think
so? Like,
nope.
it's
I
something like,
think
this is the thing.
mhm.
They need help. Denon needs help
That's
figuring out
Denon is
building
like,
Tractor.
listen, dude, Engine DJ is done. I mean, why would you keep Engine DJ? Really? I mean, because
And
it's a
it would make
software
sense
that
to merge the 2 of them together. It would
it's
100% make sense.
to what merge
Tractor and Denon together. It would
Denon
make sense.
do okay Denon, but Engine DJ that's not going to be a thing anymore. There's
Yeah.
absolutely, and the reason why it's not going to be a thing anymore is because in technology, when it comes to software, right? You have a mature software and then you have a
Mhm.
new software. The mature, like Tractor has been around for over a decade, right?
Yeah.
It's mature,
Longer than that. Yeah,
right?
it's been a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Engine DJ like inMusic brand was like, you know what? We need to compete. We need a DJ software. You think? Let me ask you this here. You
Mhm.
think that if inMusic brands bought Serato, they would still keep Engine DJ?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so stop there.
Serrano's too big though.
Right, okay,
Serrano's too
but,
big.
but stop there, right? So okay,
Mhm.
so now inMusic brands just acquired Native Instruments and Traktor is a part of that. You think they're gonna keep Engine DJ?
Well, here's the thing with the engine, like, the Denon's hardware requires the engine part. Like, you need the 2 of them together. The only way you can get rid of
True.
it is
Hmm.
if you integrate the engine part of that into Tractor,
Right.
and then it would make sense to get rid of it, but they're gonna have to do something like that
But
because
here's
it
the
doesn't make
thing.
sense to have 2 softwares.
I think that with this acquisition, I think that if you're going to integrate Tractor with one of
Mhm.
the other companies that inMusic Brands has, it's Rane. It's not really Denon DJ.
Oh,
Denon DJ like
oh,
discontinued some things. You know, they
yeah,
discontinued the
yeah.
SE6000. They discontinue all that stuff, right? The only thing that's like really top of mind when it comes to Denon DJ is Prime. That's it. You know,
Well, the problem with Denon is that Denon's making hardware for the high end. It's the hardware for your club. It's not for you to. I'm a home DG
and
and I
see,
play it in my basement. Like, it's
right,
not for them.
and that's what they were trying to do, which is why I just think that like if I had to make a prediction, I would say
Mhm,
that Engine DJ will not exist. And
mhm.
then in then in DJ, the products that are now made for Den and DJ, they will be discontinued and they will create new products that'll work with Traktor. But here's the
Well,
thing, the other thing about Traktor is
yeah.
this here too, right? Because Traktor had a really interesting contract with Beatport. That was the only company, DJ software, that did not like give you the ability to use other music streaming services, right?
Yeah,
So
they
I
said the exclusive thing just to get it out the box, man.
right,
I
exactly.
disagree.
So I don't think, dude, I don't think like if you look at a lot of like what DJs say on YouTube, like Engine DJ just it's not tight. It's not like you said,
Mhm.
it's a software that goes inside of a all-in-one. It's not a software you can download and use with other like
Yeah, you can't use
controllers
it
and
with
things
anything
like
else.
that. Yeah. So why
Yeah.
would they try to upgrade that or update that, when you have a mature DJ software that's used by some of the top DJs in the world, the top festival DJs in the world, it's
Mhm.
just I think Denon DJ is going to like become very small, and I think Engine DJ they'll like stand it up, but it's not going to be a thing anymore. And I also
Yeah, well,
think,
I think it's gonna merge. I don't think they're gonna get rid of it. They're gonna take parts out of it and put it in Tractor. Tractor's a bigger market share, so it makes sense to go to Tractor
right,
and merge it in. But,
okay,
like,
if they're going to merge it,
regardless.
that means that like Engine DJ is going away.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. Like, so that's the
Yeah.
thing. You're right on that regard. Like, it's
Hmm.
gonna go away in the form it is right now.
Right.
I think the logical thing would be to do an install or update into Tractor and then use Tractor's system on and then in DJ. I
Hmm.
think that would be better. But the problem is that it's designed for all-in-ones only, and it's designed for the whole point of Denon was it's supposed to replace your rider. You're supposed to. I'm a touring DJ and I'm doing festivals like what I'm saying,
Hmm.
Coachella, and I want Denon. That's what it's for. They're too expensive. The regular people can't afford it. Denon
Okay.
needs to make $2,000 controllers and
Mhm.
$1,500 controllers, and their controllers, the getting everything together is like $5,000, $6,000. Like, who's gonna buy that?
The
The
Prime,
club's not gonna replace it.
right, but you know what? The Prime was actually pretty reasonable, But let me say this here, right?
Mhm,
Okay, let's think about like and we're gonna get up out of here. So let's think about like the DJ parts of like inMusic brand. Newmark,
mhm.
not quite sure about Newmark. Um, they actually, inMusic brand actually bought Stanton as well, right?
Yeah,
But
it's huge.
if you think about like because Jack O'Donnell or whatever his name is, he used to actually work at Stanton. Now he's the owner of like inMusic brand. But if you take Newmark, if you take Denon DJ, if you take Rane, if you take Engine DJ, if you look at Traktor had all of those sort of different levels of DJ controllers, the same as Newmark, right? And the
Mhm,
flagships as Denon DJ, right? And
mhm.
it has a bigger market share, right? I
Yeah.
think this is going to happen. I think that why would you make more products? Why would you make more controllers for Newmark? Because you were still able to get a really rock solid sub 500 controller from Traktor, right? Like the
Mhm.
the S3, or the S2, you know what I'm saying, right? I think that the pivot is going to be like in music brands, they were trying so hard to get a solid DJ software. Now they acquired a company that not only has a really solid, rock solid DJ software, but they
Mhm.
actually have really good hardware as well, right? So if you have that company and it's going to run independently, and sure, you can integrate its software with all of the other sort of companies that you own that are DJ specific, but why?
Mhm.
Like, is new market thing? Do you even hear about Gemini DJ anymore?
No, not really,
No,
no.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And they still sell
Yeah.
products, new products.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because you need different market levels, like different products that reach different markets. So
And you don't
you
think
the
Tractor has
beginner.
that?
No, it does. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But I'm saying like these guys here, they're the entry level thing to get you to Serato, right? That's all of their gear. Most of the gear from inMusic is to get you on a Serato pipeline,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So a lot of people buy that stuff as their entry level DJ controller, or entry level whatever, and then they're using it and like, okay, I'll move up to a higher end thing. I'll go to
Mhm.
Pioneer or I'll go to whatever, like Rane or whatever,
Right.
right? So if these guys make this entry level stuff for Tractor and help spread out the market, I think that's very helpful
Mhm.
because it's the same style as Serato with the laptop and everything like that. The
Mhm.
same style. I think though it cannot be just Serato alone. It has to say Serato. It's got to say Pioneer on it, and it's got to say Tractor on it.
Mhm.
That's the only way this works. You need these guys, the lower end
Listen,
thing. It has to
Pioneer,
say all of the manufacturers or the software thing. It's got to be compatible with all that stuff out the box.
right.
That's the only thing that's gonna save all these other things.
It's going to be a while before you see an Alpha Theta or a Pioneer DJ product that
They're
says
never gonna do it
Serato
now. They
in
can't.
Tractor, for
They
real,
can't.
because yeah, they can't do it, and I don't know what that code base is like for Tractor, but I never thought that, like, I did a video about this and I said I didn't think that inMusic Brands was a good company to
Mhm.
acquire them. But now that they have, you know what? I think this is actually
Think
a
it wa
really, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no,
and
I that's
and
the situation.
inMusic Brands is not a private equity firm either. So it's a company that is dedicated to the industry. It's a
Yeah, the
real
guy who owns
company.
it was in the industry and cares about DJing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, that's
yes. So I
that's a
kind of
plus
like
for
this. Yeah.
Tractor.
Yeah.
And I think that they can light a fire under the people in Germany running Tractor to be
Like,
like,
dude,
"Hey, you
let's
gotta
release
release
some
this
stuff. Let's
book.
release some stuff, dude,
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. You gotta because they're working on their own timetable, which burned them in the beginning of all of this stuff.
Right, exactly.
They couldn't keep up and maintain what these other guys are doing, and they have their own. They do stuff when they feel like it. We went for years without an update for Tractor. I'm like, this is insane.
Dude,
Like,
between
that's
between Tractor 3 and Tractor 4, that was 5, 6 years.
it's a long time
Yeah.
before you'll get to the next level. So
Right, exactly.
they the issue for Tractor has always been money, and
Mhm.
I think that the company has always been I wouldn't say lackadaisical, but like
No, they'll
uh
nope, say it. They're
lethargic.
lackadaisical.
They were relaxed. They were
And
on their
and
couch chilling.
let
While
me
they're
just
doing stuff, they just never put it out, and it drove
le
me crazy.
right, and let me just say this before we get up out of here, and we both feel the same way because you posted a lot of videos about Tractor, and I posted a
Mhm,
lot of videos about Tractor. All that smack Tractor was talking business as usual, this, that, and the other. Tractor
mhm.
has always been a dying company ever since that private equity company had acquired them, right? They
It's
have
been down
always been a dying company. And now we
and
see the writing on the wall like, yes, what we were saying is true. Tractor, you were dying,
yeah,
and inMusic Brands came up in here,
mhm.
and it's probably the best thing that can happen to you or for you. But everything we were saying about Tractor is true. Tractor was on some okey doke stuff. Native Instruments was on some okey doke stuff. They,
Mhm.
you know how they were like DJ and then they concentrated on the music production and then they forgot about like the DJ side.
Yes, the
Tractor.
music
Mhm.
production got updates and stuff all the time,
All the
and
time,
I'm like, "Dude, where the hell is the DJ
Yeah,
stuff?" Like,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff I was saying about Tractor, the stuff you were saying about Native Instruments Tractor is so true.
Mhm,
Now we are in a new, sort of phase, and I am hoping that we can just get at least an annual update on, like, releases when it comes to like hardware. So we will
Mm.
see. But I like this acquisition. I didn't think that inMusic Brands would be like a really good company for Native Instruments, but I kind of think I kind of like this. So we're gonna see, man. This is yeah. I'm interested in seeing what's up.
Yeah. Look, if Tractor gets some resources
Mhm.
and somebody like a head manager to go
Some
down there and be like, "Yo,
Fazoos. Yep.
this thing got come out in 2 weeks. Let's go, man. What you guys doing over here?"
Yeah.
You need that 2 things, little bit of money and
Mhm.
somebody be like, "Yo, what the hell you guys doing over here? Put this thing out."
Like, yo, what's going on? You know,
Be good.
because at Superbooth, they didn't even like show the like MX4. But even though you go into like the control manager, you see like an MX4, sort of like mapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, like,
I don't know
stuff
what's
is
up.
there. I don't think they had the money to release anything. They didn't have the
Yeah.
money to make them.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a factor of
Mhm.
capital and stuff like that. Like, I totally understand that, but, like, if you have the resources now, you have a giant company that owns 10, 15 other things,
Yeah.
and they all work, they all release stuff constantly, and they're functioning, so something's there. There's a market for it still,
Mhm.
and they need to put stuff out in a timely manner. I mean, hardware and software at a timely manner, both.
Yeah.
You
Both.
can't just
Mhm.
do one
Yeah.
and be like, "Yeah, we're good." No, both,
Yeah.
timely manner, updates.
And Tractor was like, oh, business as usual because they actually released two Tractor updates in the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I kind of like this. I like this, man. I'm hoping some good things will come out of this because as much smack as I talk about Tractor, I
Mhm.
really like I really like Tractor, and I
I
wanted to do like I wanted to be successful. And if you
Mhm.
really think about it, like I'm getting into this whole modular DJ stuff, and it's perfect for Tractor. So we will see. But I kind of like this. And again, like a lot of people are talking about like the music production side, and I wanted to just pop on, bring my
Mm.
man DJ Keo on to talk about the DJ side because that's what we do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Until next time, peace.